Hello, hi everyone. So the first thing that we should know when it comes to develop an application in ServiceNow is to determine how many tables that we need for our application and what type of tables that we need for our application. So whether we are going to extend our table or are we going to make it extensible or not. So these are the questions that we should ask in the beginning. So we need to have a clear idea about what is the application design that I have for my application. Okay, so in our case here for Lingua, we are not going to have more than 3 tables for now, and I'm not going to extend any tables. So in this video I'm going to show you how we can create a table, how to add fields in our using form design, and also how to create form views. So whether is a student logged in as a user is going to have a particular view, or is a teacher is logged in as a user is going to have another view. So we are going to create form layouts, and then also creating roles in order to give access to certain people to this application. So let's get started. So we're gonna start to create our application now. Let's click on create application in Studio and then give a name for our application. So I'm gonna give a name here Lingua, so you can put whatever the name that you want, and as well I'm gonna write a description here, online tutoring school management application. For example, you can put whatever the text that you would like to have, and then I'm going to create 2 different roles. The first role is going to be student role, the second role is going to be a teacher role. As I'm going to have 2 different personas, so I would like to have 2 different roles for my application. Okay, let's select here what type of format that I would like to use. Classic, that's the one that I want to use. And here click on in Studio Advanced. Okay, once you have your application created, click on the application, and then we're going to start to create our custom table. Okay, we're going to have a student request custom table. Basically the table is used to allow any prospect or any potential client in order to submit their first request to get the 20 minutes introduction for free. So I'm gonna give a label name here, student request for now, and then also I'm gonna uncheck the box for create mobile module, so I don't want to have any mobile module. I'm going to make sure as well that I have auto number checked, so I can have some records with the reference number. And the default user role, I'm gonna delete it and then set it. I'm gonna select here the lingua.student, the role that I have created just before. Okay, click on submit and see what's going to happen. And here we have our table is created and we have some access control, but we do not have the application menu. So we're going to create an application menu here, and I'm going to call it Lingua. Okay, so under Lingua application menu, I'm going to have the student request, and make sure that you select the appropriate role. I'm going to have here the student role for now. Okay, so now make sure as well for the module student request that I have the right application menu. As you can see here, I have some other applications, so I'm going to delete that one and then select here Lingua, the one that I have created. Okay, and set also the order to 100. So now we have created our table, access control, roles, and so on. Let's now design our form. Okay, let's create all the fields that we need. So I'm going to create as a first field is going to be a choice field. Okay, it's going to be a language choice field, and we're going to ask to the student what language they would like to learn. So I'm going to say here Spanish and then Korean. So these are the choices that I'm giving here. You can put whatever the language that you want as well. And here another choice field, which is going to be application for lessons. So what type of application they would like to use for their introduction or lessons. So it's going to be Zoom or Skype, or it can be anything else. Okay, and then I'm gonna have 2 different date field, start date time and end date time. So these are used to ask the user in order to submit their basically their introduction time, when they would like to have their introduction. And further, I'm going to have 2 reference fields. The first reference field is going to be a requested for, to whom we are going to assign the request. So it's going to be a user, it's going to refer to user table. And then the second one is going to be assigned to, pretty much similar, it's going to refer to user table and to whom we're going to assign the request. And we're going to create another one which is request status. We're going to have different status for our request. So it's going to be scheduled, fulfilled,
requested, scheduled, fulfilled, and then abundant. So these are the different status. And the last one, we're gonna have conflict status. For now, I'm not going to explain you why we have this field, but we do need this field. So we're gonna have 3 different values. You can schedule, you cannot schedule, and none. So this is a choice field. Okay, so from now on, we're gonna work on creating views for our student and also teacher. So the first view is going to be a student view, so I'm going to create that view and make sure that I don't have conflict status and requested for field for students. So I'm going to delete that part and save it. Okay, so make sure that you don't have conflict status and requested for, and then save it. And then I'm going to create one more field. Basically, I forgot to create one field in the default view, which is the contact ID. So basically, when the person is going to select the application for lessons, we do want to know what is the contact ID. So if it is Skype, I want to know what is the Skype ID, or if it is Zoom, I want to know the email. So I'm going to create that one, and I'm going to change to student, add that field as well, and I'm going to create now the tutor view. Okay, so I'm going to click on default, new, and then type teacher. Okay, and then save it. We're gonna keep all fields as it is for default view. So we're gonna keep every field for teacher view. Okay, we have done with our views, and pretty much we're gonna work on view rules, access control, and some other things in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it. Bye.